is Tucker Rapid series and we are discussing daily 10 MCQs based on yesterday's current affairs. Unfortunately, we could not hold the live lecture day before yesterday also, and yesterday due to the PANCHSUTRA test discussions that are going on. So, we are covering today the current affairs based questions of 1st and 2nd May together. 15 MCQs we will discuss today, and the lead topic is the emerging cyber attacks, especially related to the vulnerability of our mobile devices or electronic devices which are having Bluetooth. Okay, the names are bluebugging, bluejacking and blue snarfing. On the basis of this, first MCQ is framed. Let's try to solve this MCQ here. Okay, so about the Bluetooth hacking techniques used by the hackers, we have to identify the correct statement. You can see that the 3 statements are based on 3 different techniques or attacks that are being conducted. So, bluebugging, bluejacking and blue snarfing. Let us try to understand these concepts first. So, what is bluebugging? Bluebugging is a type of malicious attack that allows hackers to gain access to your Bluetooth enabled devices. Okay, so simply it is a type of malicious attack and it gained access to the Bluetooth enabled devices. So, bluebugging, bugging होता है ना, bug enter करना को mobile में, तो simply we can say that is a kind of malware is being let's say attacked through the Bluetooth. So, we can say that this is the correct statement. Additional information, it can target devices such as phones, tablets, laptops or even earphones. Nowadays we know that earphones, smartwatches, speakers, they are also having Bluetooth connectivity. So, remember, so they can be also bugged here with the help with this technique of bluebugging. Now, bluebugging is conducted by exploiting security flaw in Bluetooth protocol. Security flaw in Bluetooth. So, if let us say it is not updated properly, or let us say it is using the previous version, earlier versions of this particular let us say software, तो वो जो है उसका weakness वो exploit किया जाता है. So, we can say that is bluebugging. Now, second, hacker does not get access to the device in bluejacking but can send messages that can contain malicious links. Now, bluejacking is different from the bluebugging in a sense that when let us say someone sends unsolicited messages with the help of Bluetooth or through Bluetooth, so we can say that is bluejacking. Now, that unsolicited messages can have malicious links. Once they are clicked, then we can say that that particular device can be infected with the bugs or we can say malwares. So, we can say that it can be used to steal data also. ठीक है. So, not about this, वो blue snarfing है. Bluejacking में जो होता है, it is we can say kind of more security threat नहीं है, तो वो annoyance create करता है बहुत ज़्यादा. ठीक है. It is kind of annoyance and not security threat as such. So, second statement is correct. Blue snarfing allows hacker to gain access to device and steal data and also take control over device in future through backdoor. तो ये सही नहीं है second statement. First statement ये part सही है. So, we can say that this is incorrect. Rather, in bluejacking or we can say that sorry, bluebugging में जो होता है, so in future also the similar kind of bug can be there through Bluetooth. It can enter through Bluetooth, and but blue snarfing is not permanent. एक बार उसको हम debug कर देते हैं तो वहाँ पर वो फिर से नहीं आता है. So, third statement is incorrect. यहाँ पर A is the correct answer. Now, in prelims examination, remember that ICT related technologies and whatever the let us say cyber security threats related concerns or terms that are in news. So, term based questions ज़रूर आपको आ सकता है prelims में. Fine, let us move on to the next question. ठीक है. So, Tanjore painting. So, the question is related to Tanjore painting. It is, we can say, art and culture, very important point that we should be prepared in prelims examination. Tanjore painting, we have to identify the correct statement here. This form of art developed during the rule of Chola Empire. This is correct statement. Tanjore or Tanjavur paintings. Now, some of the important characteristics features like depiction of Lord Krishna in various poses is an important theme. So yes, the majority of the themes are mythological in this. You can see that majority of the paintings that are there, they use let's say mythological description or depiction. Here Lord Krishna and his various life events वो depict किया जाता है, this is correct. Liberal use of gold leaf as an important feature of these paintings, this is also true, and because of this it makes it unique also. Other features you should know that they use semi precious stones which also make it unique, and we can say that visibly beautiful. So all these three are correct statement and features of Tanjore painting. Remember, it can be asked in the prelims examination, right? D is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. वर्कशॉप हुआ था तंजौर पेंटिंग में, गोंड आर्ट में, तो so that's why the question is framed here. Now the third question, we have to identify the correct statement about the amount of surface and groundwater that is utilized in different sectors of our economy. So the maximum percentage of surface water in India is utilized by industrial sector. One should know in India majority of the water, be it groundwater or surface water, is utilized by agriculture. Thereafter we can say that industrial and let's say for drinking water or urban utilization, for personal utilization we can say, इन दोनों में ग्राउंड वाटर और सरफेस वाटर में डिफरेंस है. ग्राउंड वाटर इंडस्ट्रियल ज़्यादा यूज़ होता है, बट सरफेस वाटर ड्रिंकिंग वाटर इसके लिए ज़्यादा यूज़ होगा, राइट. सो यस, हियर दिस इज इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर नहीं होगा, यहाँ पर क्या होगा, एग्रीकल्चर होगा. मैक्सिमम परसेंटेज ऑफ ग्राउंड वाटर इन इंडिया इज यूटिलाइज्ड बाय agriculture, this is correct statement. Okay, maximum percentage of surface water is also utilized by agriculture, and remember that about 90% of both surface as well as groundwater is utilized in agriculture sector. Fine. Okay, so now you know that the correct answer is 2 only here. Fine. Okay, let's move on to the next. Now fourth statement, it is talking about direct seeding of rice technique, DSR, and we surely can expect such kind of question. Again I am telling you, they are linking agriculture with ecology and environment in prelims examination. So those agriculture or farming techniques which are eco-friendly techniques, sustainable agriculture practices, they can be asked in the prelims examination for sure. Direct seeding of rice is one of them, as it is environmentally sustainable. Why? Because there is reduced methane emissions. Now we know that paddy is one of the major farming practice where methane emissions are very large. Already UPSC asked question this in prelims examination, paddy cultivation, methane emissions. Okay, so this is unique technique which reduces the methane emissions from paddy fields. Okay, so look at the second statement here. This technique reduces greenhouse emissions. Methane is that greenhouse gas, let's say, emitted from the paddy field. So this is correct statement. First statement, the process of establishing rice crop from seeds sown in the field rather than transplanting seeds from the nursery. अब ये उल्टा लिखा हुआ है ना, right? So it is the process of establishing rice crops from transplanting seedlings from nursery and not directly let's say sown in the field. तो उल्टा लिखा हुआ है वहाँ पर, right? Direct seeding of rice technique involves basically the farmers are having the nursery, they are growing this let's say rice for 30 to 35 days in that nursery, and then it is uprooted and then transplanted into, we can say, submerged fields. अब इससे क्या होता है, इससे ये होता है कि मीथेन emissions कम हो गए, because that is let's say also it gives go ahead, or we can say some kind of advantage as compared to weeds in the field. ठीक है, तो ये पहले से ही ग्रो हो चुके हैं थोड़े से, तो वो ज़्यादा nutrients absorb कर लेंगे as compared to weeds. So these are the advantages. So second statement is correct here. B is the correct answer. Okay, so fine. Let's move on to the next fifth question. which of the following G20 members are also members of G7? Such kind of question we expect. Now we are aware that G7 countries कौन से है, right? So yes, USA, Canada and Japan, ये यूरोप के बाहर के हैं. यूरोप में कौन से है बाकी के? UK is there, France is there, Germany is there, Italy is there. ठीक है, तो फ्रांस एंड जर्मनी, बाकी दो नहीं है. ठीक है, तो 1 and 4 इज द करेक्ट आंसर, राइट. G20 पे ऑलरेडी यूपीएससी हैज आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन, यूपीएससी प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन 2020, तो रिपीट नहीं करेगा मेंबर्स के ऊपर एटलीस्ट, बट G20 से कहीं क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्टेड है. दिस ईयर वी आर एज्यूमिंग G20 presidentialship, and this year in September we will have the annual summit hosted in New Delhi. Now, which of the following countries or organizations have adopted Fit for 55 package to deal with the climate change? Now, Fit for 55 is an initiative of European Union. Remember, we want European countries have decided to reduce the greenhouse gases by 55% since 1990 levels, we can say, by 2030. This is the target. दिस इज द टारगेट. 55% से रिड्यूस करना है. ठीक है, बाय बोला है. सो यूरोपियन यूनियन, रिमेंबर दिस, वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट क्वेश्चन इन प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन. फिट फॉर 55. ओके. Now, which of the following organizations will launch the Business Ready or Be Ready project? Yes, this is World Bank Group. Be Ready will replace the earlier doing business. ठीक है, जो ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस और डूइंग बिजनेस जो प्लेटफॉर्म था, दिस विल बी रिप्लेस्ड बाय बिजनेस रेडी नाउ. रिमेंबर, दिस इज वर्ल्ड बैंक ग्रुप. बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. यस. नाउ the next question, we have to identify the correct statement about the criminal law. Amendments to criminal law for quicker trial and enhanced punishment for criminal accused of committing sexual offences. So both statements are related to the commitment of sexual offences, especially by the elected representatives. Now this was let's say based on the recommendation of Justice Verma committee report, और ये जो है निर्भया इंसिडेंट के बाद जस्टिस वर्मा कमेटी रिपोर्ट था, और 2013 में criminal law was let's say comprehensively amended on the basis of recommendations of this Verma committee. So first statement is correct. Representation of People Act does not provide for disqualification of candidates committing sexual offense. This is also true. Rather, this committee report recommended that there should be disqualification. There should be, but this was not accepted. This was not accepted. Remember, so both statements are correct. C is the correct answer here. Right, moving on. Okay, so radio waves. So recently Prime Minister of India 100th session of Man Ki Baat was concluded, and this is one of the effective communication methodology used by any leader in the world to reach the maximum number of people or citizens in the country. So radio is very important communication channel in countries like India. So the question is framed from radio waves here, how they work, properties. So correct statement, they have the second longest wavelength in electromagnetic spectrum. This is not correct. They are we can say that longest wavelength. Okay, and that's why they can reach the maximum distance, and it can be also reflected back to the larger distances. Longest wavelength, we can say. They travel at the speed of light, like any, that is true. All the waves in the electromagnetic spectrum, they travel at the speed of, we can say that, the light. These waves undergo interference, diffraction, and can be polarized like any other wave. This is correct. Okay, so we can say that all three not all three, no, first is incorrect, right? So we can say that answer should be 2 and 3 only. 2 and 3 only. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next. Sorry, pardon, मैंने 1000 बोला ना, 100 एपिसोड हो गए, सॉरी 1000 तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, आपको डेली करना पड़ेगा मन की बात, राइट. सो दैट इज़ नॉट करेक्ट, 100th एपिसोड हुआ है, नॉट 1000, राइट. हाँ, Press Council of India, the statements are being asked about the institute. Now we are aware that Press Council of India has been instituted as a statutory body under 1978 Act, Press Council of India Act, and this is the regulatory body, we can say, for print media. Print media includes newspapers, magazines, journals, so all whatever the print media we have, right. So it is endowed with the power to review functioning of electronic media बोला है, so not correct, electronic media is not covered under PCI, ठीक है. तो ये सही नहीं है. It can penalize newspapers, news agencies, editors, journalists for the violation. No, there is no penalizing power here. There is no penalizing power. Yes, its decisions are final and cannot be appealed before court of law. This is correct, and that's why answer should be C here. Answer should be C. Okay, fine. Right, let's move on to the next. Right, with reference to the Constitution of India, which of the following article provides discretionary power to the Supreme Court and states that Supreme Court in the exercise of its jurisdiction may pass such a decree or make such an order as is necessary for doing complete justice in any case or matter pending before it. When we talk about complete justice, it is article 142, many times it is in news. So to ensure the complete justice in any matter pending before the court, Supreme Court can invoke the provisions of article 142 to do the complete justice. Okay, so remember B is the correct answer here. Right, 12th question, and we have to identify the incorrect statement here. Command, very important, minimum 2 to 3 questions minimum are with this command in the examination, so we need to be aware about this incorrect command. Bifurcation of state of Bombay in Maharashtra and Gujarat done under the State of Reorganization Act 1956. This is not correct. There was Bombay Reorganization Act, according to which this reorganization was done, and this was enacted in 1960, 1st May of 1960. So this is incorrect statement. Article 371 of Indian Constitution provide for special provisions for state of Maharashtra. This is true, and here under this like provisions like governor is responsible for having certain boards appointed for the, let's say, development of certain backward regions in Maharashtra like Marathwada. There will be separate board, there will be separate board for Vidarbha and the remaining western Maharashtra, remaining Maharashtra. Similarly in Gujarat also for Saurashtra there will be separate board by governor of Gujarat. Okay, so ऐसे provisions वहाँ पे mention किए गए हैं. So we can say that second statement is correct, correct, but incorrect पूछा हुआ है. So what should be the answer here? One only is the answer. One only is the answer. Okay, so be careful about incorrect statement or incorrect command. Okay, fine. Now, the 13th question, and neurotoxin. Recently in Punjab, there was release of toxic gases from the industry which resulted into loss of life, deaths happened. Neurotoxin were released there, and that's why the question is asked. ठीक है, तो let's try to find out the correct statement about this. क्या होना चाहिए बताइए आंसर इसका. Alright, neurotoxin, as the name suggests, neuro मतलब brain से related होगा, toxin, so it is affecting the brain and resulting into death. किस कौन सा जो गैस वहाँ से लीक हुआ है, हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड गैस. ठीक है, यहाँ पर जो है हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड H2S जिसको हम बोलते हैं, high levels of hydrogen. This is a kind of neurotoxin, and yes, it is having pungent smell, but there are other neurotoxins like methane, carbon monoxide. They are not having this pungent smell, but still they are fatal for human in high concentration. यहाँ पे देखिए all neurotoxins of pungent smell बोला है, incorrect होगा. Type of poisonous gas directly affecting nervous system, this is correct. Methane, carbon monoxide, this is correct. 1 and 3 is the correct answer here. Fine? Okay, let's move on to the next. Regarding pygmy hog, consider the following statement and we have to identify the correct statement here. Pygmy hog के बारे में पूछा हुआ है and yes, remember this is very unique species, or we can say that the smallest pig and rarest pig species, and it is endemic to Himalayan landscape. This is first statement is correct here, but yes, it is not critically endangered, it is endangered. It is endangered. So we can say it is incorrect statement. Orang National Park in Assam having the only protected area having this population, but this is not correct. Manas National Park is that protected area where we have the this endemic species of pygmy hog population. So we can say it is incorrect. So answer is 1 only, pygmy hog. Remember this. And yes, UPSC can ask such species based conservation related questions, conservation areas, protected areas. Fine. Okay, the last question for today, but it is very important, tiger related question. India is currently hosting second largest tiger population in the world. This is not correct, right? It is having largest population. 70% of the tigers of the world are in India. So incorrect statement. So eliminate one, but again 3 and 2 and 3 only. Black tigers currently found in Simlipal Tiger Reserve exhibit pseudomelanism. This is correct statement, right? Black tigers are only found in Simlipal Tiger Reserve or have some kind of ancestral link from the Simlipal Tiger Reserve. So remember this, melanism, pseudomelanism, it results into black spots on the tiger skin, and they are black tigers and found in Simlipal Tiger Reserve. Now the color of white tiger fur is result of genetic mutation called leucism. In leucism what happens is there is some kind of loss of melanistic properties, and this result into, we can say, such kind of situation. Remember this, this is unique kind of genetic mutation. White tiger आपने कहीं zoo में देखा होगा, ठीक है, but that is unique kind of genetic mutation happened to it. This is not the original color, of course. So we can say this is correct statement. 2 and 3 is the correct answer here. Fine. So okay, so those who are giving this year prelims examination, the PANCHSUTRA test 4 registrations are open. This will be conducted on the 7th May, that is this Sunday. And yes, if you have not gone through the previous test, yes, the discussion videos that are there on YouTube channel of Lukmaan, description of those videos, the question papers as well as explanation, everything is given there. Try to see and solve those questions, look at the quality of those questions, and if you are satisfied, surely you can give this test. Of course, there will be overlapping of these tests, all India test with the other institutes, that is fine, but if you are confident enough and if you trust the kind of the quality we are delivering at Lukmaan IAS, so surely you can take the right decision for your preparation. Okay, so let's stop for today here. Thank you.